Hey everybody, Phil Strizullo from Select Software Reviews. Today we're talking about artificial intelligence, AI in recruiting. What's going on here? Should we be worried for our jobs? Is it something that's 20 years from now and we shouldn't really pay any attention to it? Is it just a marketing ploy? The way that I like to describe it is sort of as recruiting's exoskeleton. Basically, just like a lot of software, it's going to allow you to do the things that you already do better, cheaper, faster. So let me make 3 quick points on AI in general. We'll move on to recruiting. The first point I want to make is that everybody here uses AI every single day. When you go to Google and you type in a search query and it gives you a bunch of results, that is a machine basically taking in unstructured data, trying to understand what your intent is, and then giving you what it thinks that you want and iterating over time depending on your behavior. Do you click this one? Okay, let's move that up in the search query, etc., etc. Second point I want to make is that AI is not that good yet. So even Google, most of this is done by computers, but they actually have an army of about 10,000 people that like double check these websites to make sure they're not fraudulent and look at the results and see how they should be changed. And so even this thing that is kind of like the most advanced AI out there still needs people behind it. If you read about Apple's credit card snafu, when they first came out with their credit card, they were giving higher credit scores to men versus women. Even Steve Wozniak, one of the co-founders of Apple back in the day, said that he had like 10x more credit than his wife, and they share all their accounts. Doesn't make any sense. There's bias. Humans need to be involved. Have you ever seen a self-driving car? Looks a little bit ridiculous. If you've driven in something that's more commercial friendly like a Tesla, you know that there's a lot to be desired. There's a lot of use cases, even on just something as simple as highway driving, where the car can't even handle it yet. And so we're many years away from this stuff really replacing us. That said, it can be our exoskeleton. It can augment what we're doing. And specifically in HR and recruiting, I think there's a couple really interesting use cases. The first is sourcing candidates. So this can be helping identify people through open web data. That could be a good fit for your job rec. It could be for identifying people in your ATS. If you've got tens of thousands or even millions of records in your ATS, as many companies do, it's impossible for a human being to crawl through all that information, basically index it so that a search can happen. And so AI can help you do that and help a human zero in on the 20 or 30 profiles they should actually look at. It can help with screening, so whether that's tech automation screening, whether that's video screening, whether that's just kind of standard questions you ask through a chatbot, conversational UI, text message, WhatsApp, whatever the case may be. And then scheduling is another really core use case that is amazing for AI. It can make sure that a female candidate's going to meet with female leaders at your company. It's going to make sure that when schedules get jumbled, there's a good candidate experience, that people are followed up with, they have all the materials they need, et cetera, et cetera. And so even though this technology in general, AI, is a little bit out there in terms of becoming, the full capability, and that's probably a good thing, there's actually a lot of ways that it can augment what you're doing right now, especially in the HR and TA function. However, when you get down to the nitty gritty, this is just an exoskeleton, and it allows humans to do the things in a much more efficient manner and focus on the stuff that they want to focus on, which is people-to-people interactions, those final round candidates, and thinking strategically about your entire recruiting apparatus. Phil Strizullo from Select Software. Thanks for checking out the video.